Alhassan from Gwagwalada Area Council, Biya Secretary. The meaning of Biya is Bassa Indigenous Youth Assembly, FCT. The motto of Biya is unity, progress, and development. Well, it's not strange. The word indigenous, as we have it, even the worldwide, even in America, in the developed societies, we have the indigenous of people of Americans. Now coming back to Nigeria and FCT. There are 9 indigenous tribes in FCT, which are Amama, Bassa, Bari, Bagi, Gede, Gana, Egbra, Gwandara, and Koro. This makes the 9 indigenous tribes in FCT. In order to prove to the world that the Bassa are also indigenous people of FCT, we decided to put the word indigenous, who prove to the outside society that the Bassa people are not residents of FCT, but indigenous people of FCT. So on this note, wherever you are coming from, as long as you are living in FCT, you are an indigenous of FCT. We are calling on other Bassas in FCT, our fellow youth, to join this struggle, because the struggle is for the betterment of the Bassa man in FCT and the nation at large. Really, the motive for our visit is, as one of our objectives of the Bassa Indigenous Youth Assembly, is for interrelationship among the indigenous tribes of FCT. With this, we are showing the indigenous people of FCT and those residing in FCT that as Bassa is concerned, we are here to show them love for better development of FCT. Well, culturally, the Bassa man is known as a farmer. That is the basic occupation of the Bassa man. And today, we are now looking at it educationally. In order to change the narrative of the Bassa man in FCT, we will come up with a campaign with a team, the importance of girl child education in our community. With this, we believe it will change the narrative of the Bassa man. Secondly, there is a campaign on a child trafficking in FCT, because we get to know that in our communities, we receive visitors who go there to take our children in the name of putting them in schools. At the end of the day, they end up turning to something else in our society. On that note, we decided to use this awareness campaign on child trafficking that it should be stopped in our communities. Thirdly, Biya complements government's efforts on the campaign against drug abuse, unwanted pregnancy. With this, we are complementing the government's efforts, and with this little contribution that Biya is making, we believe the Bassa man in FCT will excel to the higher level. Well, the expectation of the Bassa Indigenous Youth Assembly (FCT) is that number one, politically the Bassa man is left behind, which we are crying on the federal government to at least give the Bassa man 5 representatives at the federal level. That will help our society to develop more and have sense of belonging in our federal government. Secondly, educationally, in the next 2 years, we hope to see the Bassa society with more female graduates in our society. The Bassa Indigenous Youth Assembly hope to see the Bassa and other tribes in FCT living as one entity for the development of FCT as a whole. Well, I want to make this clear. The Bassa Indigenous Youth Assembly is a forum that is limited to FCT. As long as you live in FCT as a Bassa man, you are an indigenous Bassa man because the Bassa man is already an indigenous. With the accusation that this forum is only made for the indigenous people of FCT. No, as long as you are a Bassa man that live in FCT, join the struggle. Let's make the Bassa man great. With the same motto that we have, far and near we are one. So I'm calling on other youths living in FCT that we should join this struggle. The struggle is for all of us.